Alright, what's going on, guys? Hope you're all having a good day. So, Treyarch finally released the Season 4 roadmap, which at this point, we were all fiending for it so much that we probably would have traded our firstborn son to get it quicker. But basically, they have already put it out, and we have a surprising amount of zombies content to go over. We actually get our first real look at the next round-based zombies map called Mauer Der Toten. We're also going to take a look at Zoo and the Easter egg and everything that's going on with Outbreak, and also some new weapons and potentially the new perk that's coming. There's quite a few big changes to discuss, and honestly, it's going to be a hell of a season for zombies fans, so I'm excited to get into this. Now, last time I put you guys up to the challenge, you went above and beyond my expectations. So in this video, we are going to go for 2,500 likes, and if we somehow reach that or exceed that, I will genuinely be shocked. And if this is your first time on the channel, then I highly encourage you to subscribe and stick around, as there are plenty more videos coming your way. Let's quickly get through some of these smaller things before we dive really into the meat and potatoes, the Zoo Outbreak map and Mauer Der Toten. There are 3 new operators coming with this season. We have Jackal, who is shown obviously on the Season 4 cover art. We have Slash, and then also, for zombies fans, we do indeed have Weaver. We saw him in the first teaser image for the Zoo Outbreak map, so we knew he was coming, but it's weird having a Requiem operator, and potentially in future seasons, we might have somebody from Omega as a playable character as well. We're also getting quite a few new weapons this season, and a lot of them are pretty cool. So the first one is the MG82 LMG. Nothing has been added to the Cold War Zombies LMG class since its release. However, this is going to change it up, giving us a 4th one in that class. And the MG82 is a very, widely known LMG. It's very popular, and it will be at the launch of Season 4, so finally giving us a 4th one in that class. Next up, we've got a new SMG called the OTS-9, and apparently this one's going to be pretty fast firing, but it's not going to have a very impressive magazine size. That seems to be the drawback a little bit. We have no idea how this is going to, play within the rest of the class. It's probably not going to behave too differently, but it might end up being something like the Scorpion from BO2, where it's just ridiculously fast fire rate, but maybe it doesn't have the highest damage in the world or anything like that, but it should be interesting when it does release. After that, we've got a fan favorite returning, which genuinely surprised me that this is going to be implemented in the game. The nail gun from Black Ops 3 is returning, and for those of you who never played BO3 or just never used the nail gun, it is one of the weirdest weapons that Call of Duty, I think, has ever added. Black Ops 3 was really the last Treyarch game to use hit scan weapons, meaning you pull the trigger and there's no bullet, travel time, and that ended in Black Ops 4, where now every bullet is technically a projectile. The nail gun, however, when it was added in BO3, was a very unique one because it was the only projectile-based gun that wasn't hit scan. And I'm starting to have the feeling that a lot of these really weird weapons in zombies, like ballistic knife, crossbow, things like that, end up being, even the PM63, end up being absolutely god tier. This gun will be available on launch, and I would say that this may be one of the first guns you want to try out, and hopefully it's cracked. Next gun, we have the C58 assault rifle. It looks a little bit more like a tac rifle to me, but fair enough. It's going to play very much like the AR class. Honestly, all of them have been pretty solid, and I don't expect this one to be like anything insane, but who knows? We'll have to wait until it does release. Also, finally, a new score streak we're getting for zombies. I'm so relieved that we can finally use this and talk about it. This is the hand cannon. Now, we knew this was in the campaign for a long time, and we suspected it would be added in zombies, but it just really didn't show up for the first 4 seasons, leading us to be pretty confused. But finally, we are going to have this as an actual item in the game, and I think this one could be pretty good. It'll just be a different option of something to run other than the war machines, the bows, and then also the death machine. It'll probably be great in its own right against like Ordas and even Panzers. Up next, some more changes coming for zombies. Treyarch tweeted this, or I guess they had it as their profile picture for a little while, and I didn't know exactly what to make of it, but as you can see, this icon was their profile image on Twitter for a long time, and I immediately thought that this may be the new perk icon for Double Tap, but they had this as their profile image for about a day, and then it changed to a new thing for Outbreak, which I assume is the Easter egg quest icon. It was another one of these like PNG images, which unfortunately I cannot find at the moment because they did not post it on Twitter. But either way, this is potentially hinting at the new perk that we're going to be getting with the release of the next map, or possibly even the hint, the objective marker for maybe another like Outbreak challenge or location. So there's a few theories on those floating around. I'd love to know what you guys think, but speaking of which, Treyarch, however, did post these images sort of teasing and setting up this next Outbreak Easter egg, which is called Operation Excision. You can see that there is a crashed helicopter and then also the beacon listening device that we used in order to communicate with Samantha in the previous Outbreak main Easter egg has been discovered. One thing I really like about Cold War Zombies is, for the most part, it remains pretty grounded in reality, right? That's what a lot of people wanted, is a return back to the classics and a more simplistic view on zombies. And every once in a while, you get this glimpse and this glimmer into the more like fantasy realm and, you know, the more mystical side of the world that influences zombies. And Cold War right now has a really nice juxtaposition of those two, and I hope that they continue that tone because I like it a lot. But anyways, we also get our first look at the new Outbreak map Zoo. We finally get an official screenshot of this, and I'm going to go ahead and read exactly what Treyarch says about this map. At the launch of Season 4, prepare your squad to get a little wild in this new Outbreak region deep within the Ural Mountains, set in a sprawling zoo overrun by the undead. Don't feed the zombies as you complete objectives, uncover new Dark Ether story intel, and even find some world events. Who knows, maybe even the Orda exhibit will arrive when you warp into the zoo in later rounds. After witnessing the community take down Legion and thwart Operation Inversia in Season 3, we have no doubt that Requiem's finest will be able to conquer this new challenge, and in doing so, will reveal what's next to come later this season. Something that caught my eye in that paragraph was the Orda exhibit event in later rounds. Now, I don't know if this is supposed to be like a twist on the typical Orda world event encounter that you usually get in Outbreak. Maybe this is a different version of it in high rounds and you get like multiple of them. I have no idea how that works, but it will be interesting to see how that's implemented in Zoo. I'm hoping that either the boss fight or whatever the ending is for, this next Outbreak Easter egg, Operation Excision, is just as exciting of a finale as this one was, because one of the things that like Firebase Z had a pretty solid quest, but the boss fight itself just limps over the finish line, whereas Outbreak's main Easter egg is really nothing to write home about, but the boss fight is an absolute stunner, obviously. So if somehow in this next Easter egg they're able to really nail both of those elements, I think this could be absolutely incredible. Also, Onslaught for PlayStation players is getting obviously 4 brand new maps this season: Hijacked, Rush, Amsterdam, and Collateral. So these maps will be added obviously in Onslaught. It's getting a new mode called Onslaught Accelerated as well. I'm not sure how that's going to play or that's going to entail as far as being different to typical Onslaught, but it will be coming out with Season 4. Now, as you guys can see, we have our first main real image of the new zombies map, Mauer Der Toten, and this is obviously the Berlin map we've been referring to this whole time. As we saw our first teasers the other day, a lot of people were concerned that the entire map was going to take place in an underground subway system, and that's clearly not true, obviously. You can see the above ground sections here. Let me go ahead and mention exactly what Treyarch says about the new Mauer Der Toten zombies map. Fans of D Machine, Firebase Z, and other classic round-based zombies experiences will be welcome home in Mauer Der Toten, the next chapter in the Black Ops Cold War zombies coming mid-season. Taking place after the events of Operation Excision and Outbreak, the Dark Ether story will continue in Treyarch's next zombies map, where players will take on new terrors in war-torn East Berlin after a devastating zombie invasion has overtaken the city. The Zombies team is chomping at the bit to share more about this new experience soon, but for now, expect Mauer Der Toten to offer plenty of new twists, turns, and terrifying undead threats for players to conquer. So obviously, they give us the base surface level setup for the map, but can you imagine if the community didn't solve the Outbreak main Easter egg, this new one that's coming out before Mauer Der Toten releases, and we just have this extra story? In the actual map PNG logo for Mauer Der Toten, you can see that in the graffiti on the very left side, there is a 115 insignia. Now, I actually think this means two things here. This could be the reintroduction of 115 into the Cold War Zombies universe, just like as an element, more collateral for understanding how the Dark Ether operates and everything, and potentially the reintroduction of that into this universe. But I also think that the 115 is signaling that this map could come out on July 15th. It's also possible that this is a 715, and that's exactly what it means, that the map will be released on July 15th, but I would love to know what you guys think down below. I think they made it ambiguous on purpose. I bet it's not supposed to be super clear if it is 115 or 715, so we can probably derive a double meaning out of this, but I would love to know what you guys think about this in the comment section. When we refer to some of the calling cards that we've seen in the game, particularly this one, the Season 3 Mastery calling card, and even the one of Samantha Maxis in walking in Berlin herself, I think all of these are starting to point to the fact that this may be one of the most groundbreaking and at least influential maps in Cold War. Now, the rumors have been going around that Mauer Der Toten is going to be the final map in Cold War Zombies, and I'm just going to let you guys know right now, it's not true. It's a rumor that's been going around, and I don't know really where it surfaced and why, but I will let you all know just to rest assured that is not the case. That's all I'm going to say about that, but we do have this map and more coming. Also, here are the 4 brand new prestige icons that we can finally level up to once Season 4 releases. Patch itself is going to be releasing for Cold War on June 15th at 9 p.m. Pacific, so that's midnight Eastern. All of the new zombie stuff will be playable, obviously, besides Mauer Der Toten, which will be coming out later. I don't know if the Easter egg is going to go live directly at midnight or when the patch does come out, but we will be able to play that very shortly after, and I'm going to be hunting it, trying to solve this, and if you guys want to, hang out in the chat, I will be streaming it over on Twitch if you don't already follow me. Links in the description. I'm also going to have plenty of tutorials of how exactly to handle the Outbreak Easter egg, and then also when Mauer Der Toten comes out, there will be an ultimate guide for that and also a full Easter egg guide, so be sure to subscribe and stick around for those. If there's anything else you need to get done, such as Outbreak's first main quest or any other Easter egg in the game, then check the link in the description. There's a lot of helpful guides down there. Highly encourage you to go check those out before Season 4 does come out to be prepared. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate your time. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new before you go. Don't forget to do that, and I will see you guys in the next live stream or the next video. Take it easy, everyone. I gotta go. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.